prepare to enter a new month coming this weekend, but conditions really don't favor that of the spring-April season. After we look at this Skycam image of actually Amory, seeing those trees still dead, not having a lot of blossoms on them yet, with the clouds covering in the area, and just a few of those drops moved out of the way so you can see those few drops there on the Skycam to the side here. With that temperature at 54 degrees, it's still rather cool. So with the clouds and the cool temperature, things just do not seem right here in the south right now. Temperatures across the region are very, very similar though, seeing 57 in Tunica, and just actually that's rare for much of what we're seeing over here. 49 in Tupelo. There's a very definitive area there, a lot of variation as far as what each section of our state holds. Now across the state you're seeing all these green shades, so we are sticking around the 50s, maybe the lowest, the upper 40s, but when we take this thing out a little bit further, notice what everything else is doing to the south. We have this very definitive line here, the yellow band, that separates the warm sector from the cool sector that the southeast is experiencing right now. Looking over a little further to our west, seeing 50s at Fort Smith and Shreveport, but then pulling back a little further into the south, seeing 80s and 70s along the coastal regions. That's going to benefit the system that we're hoping to see on Tuesday evening, but most of the region is right now experiencing some clearing. All these cloud coverage we see that have affected the area throughout the morning beginning to dissipate and really close in on the central half of our state. Now with that influencing the temperatures, maybe the southern part or the northern parts of our state are going to see temperatures a little bit higher because of the clearing, and that's also going to help that storm that we're going to see tomorrow evening. Futurecast pulling up, really seeing that band of clouds coming into the area. Tuesday 8 p.m., that's the moment when we'll know this thing is approaching because the weather comes right behind it. By 4 p.m. Tuesday, the entire state engulfed in clouds. Everyone experiencing that cloud coverage, but still the warm southerly flow from the south that's just going to continue to pump in gasoline for those fuel systems of those thunderstorms. For the rest of the viewing time, seeing that rain not make it into the area until Tuesday 8:30 p.m., that's when the clouds get just enough moisture to let it all go, let it out onto us, and then really getting severe around Wednesday 4 a.m., the overnight hours, the hours when we're asleep and not quite aware. That's when we're going to have a little bit of concern for severe conditions, potential for hail and wind damage, and can never rule out the possibility of a tornado. But a little further to the south, though, we catch that around 4 a.m. They catch theirs around 1:30 p.m. the next day. So by Wednesday midday, really seeing a strong system making its way across the central and southern half of our state. Not really affecting us much after that, seeing cloud coverage a little bit, but then there we have a breaking Wednesday 7 p.m. Very nice conditions for the evening hours. Should be a little bit cooler after all that rain that we've seen. But that's just going to set up things for Thursday. Folks, we have a lot going on out there. Thursday, really going to see those clouds make their way in and bring stuff for us. But today, those clouds are going to back off a little bit. 62 degrees will be our high because of the cloud coverage. Getting it up there to the 60s only because of the slight decreasing with that north wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, bringing in some cool air for us. And then into tonight, reversal of the system. The clouds begin to increase once again, and with that, we'll see temperatures getting only down to the 40s. 40s considering that daytime heating they're lacking of. We'll see those temperatures remain pretty cool. And then across into the area, we're really going to get a big picture of what all this stuff is going to do. As I mentioned, Tuesday, those thunderstorms are really going to hit us. Tuesday evening, that 60% chance, 68 degrees for that high, so a little bit of warming during the day will benefit that, as I mentioned before. Now, getting into Thursday, we're going to kind of skip over Wednesday. We're going to get a break there. But Thursday, that 40% chance comes back into the forecast. The high only at 60. But with so many things happening and this season being quite different, we're going to go ahead and put the 40% chance there 3 days out. And Thursday should be nice as well. But then Friday, check out the weekend. Nothing to worry about there. Should be some nice temperatures as we reach the 70s again on Saturday. And the lows sticking around the mid-40s. So much to look forward to, but probably another week of eventful weather coming up after that. Thank you for joining us once again. My name is Aaron Warden.